So you know, I threw up the rock, man, because I feel like you should have at least been repping the dynasty, man. You know, with the run that they had and had, you know, show love with some Rockaware. You probably could have helped your man Dame out, man. You know, he might be a better space in life.
I like Dame.
You know,
I like Dame.
I'm always trying to I understand Dame. I mean, I don't know him to like him or not like him. I don't really like his perspective on the definition of manhood that he seems to harp on a lot. You know, through the backdrop of being a boss usually, but just it's very narrow-minded. I think it's just problematic. So you know, just to make it real fast for everybody knows the history of Rockefeller,
right?
You know, kind of disbanding, and Jay kind of moving on in a direction, having uber success, and,
right?
And Biggs being locked up, but then you know doing his bid and coming out and linking back up with you know with the moving train,
right?
And you know, a lot of people easily took sides with Jay and continued to foster those relationships and kind of left Dame on the island.
Because Dame was an asshole all those years. So now that if you have the choice to go,
right? You
know, people chose Jay because he was a little more calm, he was a little more reasonable, seemingly.
Right.
So it seemingly left Dame hanging in the wind.
It ain't even, and it was a little more aggressive than just choosing Jay. It was like, finally, I don't have to deal with this dickhead anymore. I know what to hear from you again. Lose my number.
Right.
Like it was like that.
It was almost like revenge, if you will. We're taking revenge out. I'm purposely going with Jay just to spite you.
So recently, you know, the infamous, you know, the Hide the Man Rockefeller brunch at the Grammys.
Right.
You know, a lot of the pictures caught some buzz of just, you know, seeing Biggs there and maybe some other, you know, early Def Jam and Rockefeller, you know, associates, and just seeing like everybody, but that one person missing from the party.
What?
And it sparked, I don't know, it sparked an awkward response or apology. I don't know what he called it.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird because it came out of nowhere. Because for the, you know, since the split, he's been on this tangent of culture vultures and Lior and, you know, former Def Jam label head, stealing from the culture, and you know there's boss talk, and you know we were bosses and Lior just stole from us, and this, that, and the third. So he's been going hard pretty much everybody. He's thrown jabs at Jay, and he hasn't been really hard at Jay, but anytime somebody throws a jab at Jay, he will co-sign it. So he basically had drawn a line in the sand, and it was this side and he was on this side. So out of nowhere, you know, he's apologizing. So it hurt me.
Was it an apology though?
It was an apology, but it hurt me a little bit because I appreciate Jay, but I appreciate Dame's perspective. Yeah, he was aggressive. Yeah, he was hard, getting an asshole type. But I respected where he was coming from, and so it kind of hurt me just a little bit to hear him apologize. I can accept the apology for, you know, to Jay and to Biggs because those are his partners, those are his friends. I could accept that apology, because they were friends before the fame, before the business. But that apology to Lior, that really shook me to my core because I had got on the culture vulture train.
Okay.
That you're in here making money off of our culture, then go home to your luxury home, not really caring about the people that these artists are rapping about. This is true.
And he was there.
But Russell at least came from it.
Right. I subscribe to that idea. Culture vultures definitely exist.
Yes.
You got to judge on a case-by-case scenario, though. When you know Leo history, he was there in the beginning. So right. It's just like, it's kind of hard to shit on him, you know. But no, just the idea of apologizing in general. Well, for one, the apology just, I don't know if he doubled down or circled back to it, and that's where he got the whole boss talk 2.0. You know, the first one was the Charlemagne interview, but we got a little snippet the other day. I was confused. What was the...
On the Charlemagne?
Like explanation of the apology that he just posted yesterday.
Well, he just he apologized, and he said that he's not apologizing for calling Lior a culture vulture. He apologized for maybe the way he went about it. Like, in other words, you can get at somebody without being nasty or.
Oh, so he apologized for it?
No, he apologized for the way that he.
But that's.
He apologized for the way that he at Lior. He did not apologize for calling Lior a culture vulture. He said that you are still a culture vulture, but the disrespectful way in which I was delivering my message, he's apologizing for.
I mean, that's what everybody's problem is with Dame.
Yeah.
His
approach.
The culture vulture thing, that's just specific to Leo. But everybody else that even pissed off black people, included hip-hop artists, executives.
Yeah.
It's because you can't talk to grown men any kind of way, man.
No, I agree with that.
And it's just about being effective. You know, I don't know. I just think people got different value systems. He seems to feel good looking in the mirror, going home tonight, knowing that I told that motherfucker he wanted shit. When he really could have got the same thing without telling somebody he wanted shit. But like he could have. But some people just.
Some people do get off on power. Some people do get off on power, but sometimes you got to tell people that they ain't shit. And so I don't know every case scenario, but I know that with his...
Sometimes you got to, but a lot of times you don't. But some people just decide that that's just the way that they do business.
And you got to remember, he comes from a place where no one gave them anything. No one believed in Jay as an artist. No one believed in him as a businessman. So he got 1,000 no's before and he never really got a yes. He more or less just worked his way into that situation. So no one ever fully just flat out believed in their movement. So he probably had a chip on his shoulder, one, and then two, you start getting money. That goes into the ego. So you know they say money makes you more who you already are.
Right.
So we already know he's an egomaniac, and money just showed that. But he's an aggressive person. But the one thing every artist ever said on Rockefeller, that they ain't fought for us.
Yeah, that's what people say about Suge.
No. What people are saying now, Suge was actually robbing us. No one's really clean.
No. Yo, there's a lot of people that are very thankful for having Suge Knight and they call that a
listen, what Suge did was he got people out of...
Am I right there?
Mary J. Blige, Jodeci.
Yo,
that's what I'm going to say.
Some people rock with.
Absolutely. What Suge did initially, if you just take the Dr. Dre, he was getting them out of their bad deals.
Right.
That's how the whole thing with him and Dre started. He got Dre out of this bad deal.
Right.
But then, I'm saying, but then once people like, oh man, you got me out of my bad deal. Right. All these artists are saying he robbed us.
Not all of them, but some people don't have that experience. Only experience.
I mean, the only people that count are going to be Snoop. Only people that are going to count are going to be Dog Pound, and none of them have favorable things to say about Suge to this day.
People that count. No, the point is that people he had that. It's the same. I'm basically you making my point. It's the same thing as Dame Dash. You could do good deeds. You know, make some business moves, but once you lose, the reason that people want to rock with you, which was Dre and Snoop, which was Jay, then I don't have to deal with you. I no longer respect your business practices just because you're tough. Now I don't even care about none of that. All I know is that you're an asshole. I'm going to put up with you being an asshole because you got Jay, because you got Dre, because you got Snoop. And then once you don't, then you get punched in the face like Suge Knight was. What? They was punching him.
Yeah, he was getting knocked out once he lost.
I plead the fifth on this one.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you got it. You can't. I just got a problem with people like making that like being a man. Like that got something to do with it's just about being effective, man, and getting the results.
Right.
You could be a lonely ass man and be the boss of a small ass business, or you could have a percentage of an empire. Right.
I get it. I mean, I think he's learned his lesson, which brought about the apology. He's learned the hard way. He's burned some bridges that he can't really get back. But I think he's kind of softened his stance to a certain extent.